Former President Trump says it may be the worst State of the Union speech ever made. President Biden's defiant address to Congress last night. The AP's Sagar Magani.
The president never said Donald Trump's name, but the references were undeniable.
The American story of resentment, revenge, and retribution.
In the House chamber, the 81-year-old president spoke with an energy backers say has been lacking as he took a victory lap while trying to ease concerns over his age and fitness for the job.
I know it may not look like it, but I've been around a while.
He goaded Republicans, from those who opposed his computer chips investment bill but take credit for it at home,
If any of you don't want that money in your district, just let me know,
to those who appeared to interject when he listed conservative groups who backed a bipartisan border compromise Trump helped scuttle.
I know you know how to read.
The rebuttal to the president's address came from Alabama Senator Katie Britt, the youngest Republican woman elected to the Senate.
Our commander-in-chief is not in command. The free world deserves better than a dithering and diminished leader.
We'll get the monthly jobs report in a few hours. The nation's economy likely produced another month of healthy hiring in February. Are you springing forward Sunday? Most of America is. Daylight saving time begins Sunday at 2 a.m., an hour of sleep vanishing in most of the U.S. Hawaii and most of Arizona do not make the spring switch, sticking to standard time year-round. In China, a new report says the number of cases of computer crimes, including social media fraud, jumped 36% in 2023 and involved hundreds of thousands of people. This is AP News. A look ahead now at the Oscars. The AP's Margie Zarletta has this.
The Academy Awards will be handed out on Sunday in Los Angeles. The one thing the producers of the Oscars want you to know about Sunday's show on ABC, it's on an hour earlier, and it's the day daylight saving time kicks in. The ceremony starts at 7 p.m. Eastern with Jimmy Kimmel as host. The Color Purple's Danielle Brooks says one thing she did not expect about being an Oscar nominee is all the gifts.
From flowers to cleaning products for the house to alcohol to, little booties on our feet. It's crazy.
Oppenheimer leads the nominations with 13. Poor Things has 11. Killers of the Flower Moon has 10. And Barbie has 8. I'm Archie Zaraletta.
Lots of green on Wall Street yesterday. The Dow rose 130 points yesterday. The S&P rose 52. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital Radiology Department strives to stay at the forefront of technology through high-quality diagnostic imaging tools such as CT scans, MRIs, X-rays, nuclear medicine, DEXA scans, 3D mammographies, ultrasound, and more. Many services are offered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through the emergency room, while other services are offered through outpatient services Monday through Friday. To find out more about the Radiology Department, contact me, Bobby Sullins, at 729-6626. The Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Protecting our kids is second nature. And in the blink of an eye, they're all grown, and protecting them gets a bit harder. But you can start protecting their future now from HPV cancers by getting them the HPV vaccine by the CDC recommended age of 11 or 12. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you to talk to your child's doctor about HPV and how the HPV vaccine is proven, safe, and effective cancer prevention. Protecting our kids is second nature, even when they're all grown up. Start now with the HPV vaccine. Learn more at moimmunize.org.
Have you seen TownScreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use TownScreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. TownScreen in Salem.
Good afternoon. It's 58 degrees during the noon hour. The wind out of the west at 6 miles per hour. Our forecast today, we have an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms scattered about. High temperature of 61 degrees and the wind out of the south at 6 to 10. Eventually, as we're starting to see take place, it'll work its way around to the northwest this afternoon. For tonight, a 40% chance of some scattered showers, mainly before midnight, but the clouds will be with us all night tonight, a low of 35 degrees. Wind out of the north at 11 to 17, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. For tomorrow, we have a 20% chance of seeing some scattered showers before noon, and then some gradual clearing should take place. So we may see a little sunshine tomorrow afternoon. High temperature, though, of only 50 degrees. The wind out of the northwest at 14 to 18, gusting to 26. Saturday night, 27 degrees under a clear sky. We'll have a wind chill tomorrow evening, overnight, of upper teens, and that's because of a northwest wind at 8 to 14, gusting as high as 21 miles per hour. Sunshine on Sunday with a high of 57 degrees, the wind out of the northwest at 7 to 10, and for Sunday night, 31 degrees under a clear sky. On Monday, more sunshine, a high temperature of 66, and for Monday night, with a clear sky, back down into the upper 30s. On Tuesday, sunshine, upper 60s, and then for Tuesday night, we'll have some clouds in the area. No mention of any precipitation at this point. We'll have a low temperature of 46 degrees. On Wednesday, the sun will be back with us, a high temperature of 70 degrees. And then Wednesday night, we'll have some clouds move in, give us a chance of scattered showers, a low of 51. And on Thursday, chance of scattered showers across the Ozarks, a high temperature of 74 degrees. Right now, it's 58, the wind out of the west at 6 miles per hour. It's time now for some commentary from the Brownfield Network, and we'll also get a check of the midday livestock report.
Change is hard. Sometimes failing to make a change is even harder. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. On the wall in my office, in a spot I see every day, is a 1920s-era picture of a little girl facing away from the photographer. She's wearing old-fashioned lace-up boots, stockings, and a dress. Tied to her back is a set of wings. The caption reads, "What if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly?" The young woman who coined that phrase is 20-year-old Australian Erin Hansen. Almost everything we do in life comes with a certain amount of risk, but it is often that with the greatest risk that offers the greatest reward. How many times have you heard said, "I don't need to go to Las Vegas or the boat to gamble. I farm." The average age of farmers in the United States is a little north of 58 years. In the next decade and in those to come, we'll see baby boomers hopping down off their tractors for the final time, turning the keys to the kingdom over to a son, daughter, nephew, neighbor, or perhaps a complete stranger. Those farmers are going to leave behind some big work boots. But don't believe we should expect that next generation of farmers to fill those boots. Practices and tools are ever-changing, so managing risk doesn't look the same as it did 20 or 30 years ago. Just because it worked for your dad and mom and grandma and grandpa, or the person who farmed the farm or led the organization before you did, shouldn't mean you have to do it the same way. Different isn't necessarily right, nor is it necessarily wrong. It's just different. As long as the farmer is a good steward of the land, air, water, and animals in his or her care, I'm certainly not going to judge them. We should celebrate the diversity in American agriculture today that satisfies a diverse consumer population. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and that's my 2 cents.
Have you ever met a nematode? Probably not. But this sneaky ingrate and its billions of friends steal soybean yields right out from under your nose. Nematodes cause up to $1.5 billion in soybean revenue loss each year. And if that's not enough, they also amplify sudden death syndrome. Why? Because they're microscopic good-for-nothing thieves, that's why. Take action against these yield-stealing jerks with Allevo soybean seed treatment from BASF, the only proven winner against both SEN and SDS. And remember to always read and follow label directions.
Missouri's black vulture numbers are increasing, and their aggressive nature can cause problems for livestock producers. If you suspect a black vulture problem on your farm, let the USDA and the Missouri Department of Agriculture help you. Reimbursement for necropsy and death loss is available to farmers if livestock loss is determined to have occurred because of black vultures. The black vulture remains a federally protected bird in the USA, so contact the USDA or Missouri Department of Agriculture for mitigation options. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
A slow start for direct cash cattle business, and cash hogs are sharply lower at midday. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with the Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity is relatively quiet following the light business that took place mostly in the north on Thursday. Bids are at $182 live in the south. Asking prices are around $187 to $189 live in the south and $294 plus dressed in the north. Look for more business to take place before the end of the day. On Thursday, dress deals are marked at $292. That's $2 higher than the previous week's weighted averages. Live deals in the north were marked at $186, $3 above the prior week's weighted average basis. Boxed beef is modestly higher at midday on solid demand for moderate offerings. Choice up 35 cents at $306.96. Select is 63 cents higher at $296.89. At the Mitchell Livestock Auction in South Dakota on Thursday, feeder steers 650 to 950 pounds or $3 to $8 higher, with instances of $10 higher. Feeder heifers 650 to 900 pounds or $1 to $4 higher, with instances of $10 higher. The USDA says demand was good. Medium and large one feeder steers 658 to 698 pounds brought $284 to $299. Feeder steers 750 to 781 pounds brought $260 to $272.75. Medium and large one feeder heifers 701 to 748 pounds brought $240 to $250. Cash hogs are lower at midday with very light negotiated purchases. Processors likely have needed numbers on hand and aren't in any rush to do business today. Demand for U.S. pork on the global market continues to be a bright spot. The U.S. is also benefiting from declining production in the EU. Concerns, though, do linger about long-term demand certainty. The industry is watching the availability of market-ready hogs along with hog weights. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Director down 341 with a weighted average of 73.88. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported at midday due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at $55. At Illinois, slaughterhouse hog prices were $1 higher with moderate demand for moderate to heavy offerings at $46 to $58. Bears and Gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $43 to $53. And pork values are sharply higher at midday, up $2.36 at $93.51. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
Choosing the right crop insurance for your farm operation shouldn't be overwhelming. That's why FCS Financial makes it easy with a dedicated team of crop insurance specialists who can help you find the best solutions to protect your operation. And it's this dedication and experience that makes FCS Financial experts at finding solutions for each unique situation. You're more than a policy. We take the time to get to know you, your operation, and your needs. Whether you're a seasoned producer or just beginning, we have the tools you need to help you manage your risk and keep business running smoothly. FCS Financial, growing relationships, creating opportunities. Closing date for spring policies is March 15th. Contact your FCS Financial crop insurance expert at myfcsfinancial.com or call 800-444-3276.
FCS Financial, with you every step of the way.
An equal opportunity provider.
That has been some commentary from the Brownfield Network and a check of the Midday Livestock Report. Now it's time to take a look at our updated funeral announcements, being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information. Should take about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations here in Salem and in Bunker, and also online at our website at KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick up a copy each and every weekday, or check it out online. Betty May Boatwright of Springfield passed away March 6th at the age of 95. Funeral services for Betty May Boatwright will be held tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 at the Chestnut Ridge Baptist Church in Farmington. Visitation will be held at the church prior to the time of service beginning at noon. and interment will be in the Chestnut Ridge Baptist Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the Chestnut Ridge Baptist Cemetery, and cards are available. And all of the arrangements are under the direction of the James and Gar Mortuary of Salem for Betty Mae Boatwright, whose funeral services will be tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 at the Chestnut Ridge Baptist Church in Farmington. Zena N. Warren of Roxana, Illinois, passed away Tuesday at the age of 65. Funeral services will be Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, and the visitation will be on Sunday as well from noon until service time. Interment will be in the Martin Trask Cemetery in Cherryville. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville for Zena Warren, whose funeral services will be Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Vicki Dow Mercer, age 76, of Salem, passed away Friday, February 23rd. A celebration of life service will be held at 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. Visitation will also be on Sunday from noon until the time of service at the chapel. All of the arrangements are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem for Vicki Dow Mercer, whose celebration of life will be held Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock in the Wilson Mortuary Salem Chapel. And that has been a look at our updated funeral announcements. They've been brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. We invite you to keep it here at KSMO. We'll come back in just a moment with a check of local news.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It's now time for a look at local news brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. If you'd like more information on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 729-7071. The Salem FFA alumni will be holding their 14th annual Scholarship Fund Labor and Dessert Auction coming up this evening at the Smith Valley Angus Event Barn. The no-charge meal will be provided starting at 5:30, with the auction to follow at 6:30. Students from the Salem FFA chapter will be providing labor in increments of 4, 6, and 8 hours, which will include various services such as farm labor, wood cutting, hay hauling, babysitting, cooking, cleaning, gardening, etc. Plus, there will be an abundance of homemade pies, cakes, and other desserts that will be auctioned off. All of the proceeds from the Salem FFA Alumni Scholarship Fund will go to that fund. For more information, you can call 573-739-2016 or 573-729-6641, extension 5164. And everyone is welcome to attend. Again, the meal will start at 5:30 this evening, and the auction will get underway at 6:30. And the Dane County Commissioners met yesterday morning in the courthouse. In the road report, Jason Akins reported for 1st District Commissioner Wes Mowbray. He said the brush would be cut on Dent County Road 6580 and that truck number 125 was in the maintenance shop for servicing. He also reported that the District 1 crew was replacing some missing road signs. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said that rock would be added to Dent County Road 2110 and that his crews were out checking the roads, and he also noted that they were replacing some stolen signs. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said that today he would be attending the South Central Commissioners meeting down in Houston, and Dent County Clerk Angie Curley reported that she would be attending the South Central Commissioners meeting, which the clerks have been invited to. Curley said the voter registration at the Salem High School went well, with 16 new registrations occurring, And she went on to say that she balanced with the county treasurer on all accounts for February, plus she balanced with the collector and assessor on monthly collections, add-ons, and abatements. Curley said that absentee voting ends on April 1st for the April 2nd election, and no excuse absentee voting will begin on March 19th, and the last day to mail out an absentee ballot is March 20th. She also asked that voters who need to update their voter information do so at their earliest convenience in her office at the Dent County Courthouse. Dent County Treasurer Danita Williams was in to report on sales tax received this month. The General Revenue and Law Enforcement sales tax each received $90,392.17, which is down 5.4% year-to-date. Road and bridge receipts were at $38,648.23, and that fund is down 7.6%. Each jail fund received $77,588.54, which was also down 7.1% year-to-date. The next meeting of the commissioners will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock in the courthouse, and that meeting is open to the public. In other news, the group called Concerned Citizens for Salem is inviting the public to attend a meet and greet to meet the candidates for mayor as well as East and West Ward aldermen who will be on the April 2nd ballot, as well as incumbent officials who will not be running in this election. The meet and greet will be held coming up Monday evening at 7 o'clock at the Wilson Family Center at 1000 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. Following the introductions, there will be a question and answer session that will allow all of the candidates to speak on the numerous issues concerning the public. The meet and greet is free and open to everyone. They'll have some coffee and light refreshments provided. It's an opportunity for anyone who wants to get acquainted with the people that want to serve as representatives of the city of Salem and are on the April 2nd ballot. And the Missouri Natural Resources Conservation Service is announcing a funding opportunity for technical assistance agreements that support the efforts of natural resource conservation partners in Missouri. The proposal deadline is April 8th. The purpose of these agreements is to provide technical assistance in the delivery, development, promotion, and support of our soil, water, and wildlife conservation programs to Missouri's farmers, ranchers, and landowners. Key technical assistance emphasis include forest management planning and practice implementation, nutrient management plan development, practice implementation to increase wildlife habitat practices, engineering for design, layout, and checkout of conservation practices, area-wide planning for watershed assessment, and creating a Missouri Soils Library database for chemical and physical soil properties. Applicants must demonstrate the ability to educate farmers, ranchers, and landowners, including historically underserved producers and groups in successful application of Farm Bill programs. They must be able to deliver conservation, planning, management practices, as well as implement climate-smart conservation practices related to climate change mitigation, adaptation, and resilience. Interested parties can apply via grants.com by Monday, April 8th. If you'd like some more information about the NRCS grants and agreements, you can contact Jenny Long at 573-876-0901, or you can email jennifer.long@usda.gov. And the state fire marshal, Tim Bean, recommends that Missourians use the return of daylight savings time this weekend to test your home smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. At 2 o'clock Sunday morning, the clocks will spring forward 1 hour, and Bean urges families to practice their fire escape plans. Safety experts recommend that families practice their home fire escape plans at least twice each year, and getting into the habit of checking the alarms when changing your clocks takes very little time and makes a tremendous difference to your family's safety. Working smoke alarms reduce the risk of dying in a fire by 1/2. About 1/2 of home fire deaths occur at night between the hours of 11 and then 7 in the morning when most people are asleep. And that's why it's important for all family members to be able to act and react quickly to get out. Each family member, including children, should know 2 escape routes from every room in their residence, and this information should also be shared with overnight guests as well. Bean also reminds Missourians that they should have carbon monoxide alarms for their homes. Carbon monoxide is an odorless, tasteless, invisible gas that results from the incomplete combustion of fossil fuels, which can be deadly if undetected. The fire marshal makes these recommending smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, recommends testing them monthly by pushing the test button and replacing smoke alarms every 10 years because they can lose their effectiveness over time. Also, install additional alarms if you do not have a minimum of 1 alarm on every level in the home, inside all bedrooms and outside bedrooms as well. And the Missouri Invasive Plant Council, in partnership with the Forest Relief of Missouri, Forest Keeling Nursery, and the Missouri Department of Conservation, will host a calorie pear, also known as Bradford Pear's buyback program, in locations around the state on April 23rd. Now, on this date, citizens who complete event registration will receive a free native tree when they show a photo of a cut-down calorie pear from their property. Registration for the pear buyback event is open March 15th through April 15th. On the registration form, participants can choose their event location, select a native tree, and upload a photo of the cut-down Bradford pear tree. 1 free, non-invasive native tree will be given to registered participants at the selected location on the day of the event, which will take place from 3 in the afternoon until 6 in the evening. Participants will receive potted native trees donated by Forest Relief and Forest Keeling Nursery in a 3-gallon container that stands anywhere from 2 to 4 feet tall. The trees are young and small to ensure the least amount of stress on the tree during the planting process, as well as easier transportation. To register or for more information about the event, including a full list of native tree species offered and how to identify Bradford pear trees, contact the Missouri Invasive Plant Council Coordinator, Emily Render, at 573-569-8659. That has been a look at local news brought to you by the SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in the Nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more information about the SBU Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
You can pay your inter-county electric bill with the pay-by-phone system, providing a payment option available to all members at no charge. This option is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Go ahead and give it a try. You can call 866-621-3679 to pay your bill this month at whatever time of day is convenient for you. This service, provided by Intercounty Electric, allows you to make a payment or check your account status.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
For over 130 years, there have been moments in Cardinals baseball that will last a lifetime.
Baseball has some of the best athletes in sports.
With amazing feats, amazing moments, amazing plays, there's nothing quite like Cardinals baseball.
When you listen to the game, you just never know who that next hero may be.
We will have it all right here for you on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Graybard. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Taking a look at our local sports coverage, big congratulations to the following volleyball players for being named to the Missouri Volleyball Coaches Association Academic All-State Team. Faith Kaminsky, Addison Fulton, Abriana Hahn, Savannah Nash, Kylie Wood, Leah Russell, Olivia Parker, and Madison Flores. Again, congratulations to those girls. The St. Louis Cardinals lost to the Astros yesterday by a score of 6-3. This afternoon, they'll play the Washington Nationals starting at 4:55. And then on Saturday, the New York Mets at 11:55 and the Miami Marlins on Sunday at 12 noon. All of those games can be heard here on 1340 and 95.7. The Blues lost to the New Jersey Devils last night by a score of 4-1. Today, the Blues will travel to play the New York Rangers at 6 o'clock. And the Missouri Tigers will be hosting the LSU Tigers tomorrow evening starting at 7:30. We will not be airing that game here on the radio. Also, the Kansas City Royals will take on the Texas Rangers this afternoon at 2:05 out in the desert. And tomorrow afternoon, they'll play the Diamondbacks, and Sunday afternoon, the Athletics. Spring training starting to get a little more serious as we get closer to opening day. We're about 3 weeks away from the official opening of the Play for Keeps baseball season. Right now, let's get a check of sports from across the state of Missouri from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. Number 12, Mizzou softball, has their first SEC series of the weekend. They're hosting number 25, Auburn. Last year, Auburn pitcher Maddie Penta beat the Tigers twice, and she struck out 25 over 14 innings, getting 2 wins in that 3-game sweep. How much respect do the Tigers have for Penta? They named their pitching machines after her. Here's head coach Larissa Anderson.
We've named our pitching machines in the stadium Penta. So when we turn the velocity up to 70, 72 and up in the zone, they literally say we're facing Penta today, and that's been the case since January. So mentality-wise, they're prepared.
Penta was also the SEC Pitcher of the Week. You heard of Caitlin Clark from the Iowa Hawkeyes. She has scored the most points in NCAA Division I basketball, 3,685 and counting. She's in the Big Ten tournament today. But you probably haven't heard of Grace Beyer. She plays for the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy in St. Louis. It's NAIA division. Her career wrapped up earlier this week. She finished with 3,961 career points, 276 more than Clark. NAIA Division I, that's an impressive accomplishment and one that Grace is proud of.
At any level, it's going to be difficult to average over 30 points a game. It is different levels and different competition that you're facing, but being able to score over 30 points a game is impressive no matter what level you're playing at.
Mizzou basketball last won a game on December 30th. Since then, 17 straight losses. It's already been a historic season for the Tigers for the wrong reasons. They'll try to avoid getting skunked in the SEC at LSU tomorrow night. Tip-off is 7:30. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services needs your help building a safer environment for older adults and adults with disabilities. Some forms of abuse, such as financial exploitation, neglect, and bullying, are often overlooked. If you believe someone is experiencing abuse, call Missouri's Adult Abuse and Neglect Hotline at 800-392-0210 or report online at health.mo.gov/abuse. Together we can stop adult abuse. It's a crime.
Feeling overwhelmed? Call, text, or chat 988.
If you or someone you care about is struggling with thoughts of suicide, facing a mental health or substance use crisis, or if you simply need someone to listen, call, text, or chat 988. It's your direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. Call, text, or chat 988 to connect with trained crisis specialists, day or night. A message from the Missouri Department of Mental Health.
This spotlight on soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. The new soybean breeder at the Fisher Delta Center is Fung Lin, who says he's part of a directional shift working with the Missouri Soybean Merchandising Council.
Based on our alignment with the MSMC, our breeding program will be more focused on half conventional and half herbicide traits. And our herbicide traits will mainly focus on Extend and Extend Flex.
Lynn says he looks forward to working with colleagues on behalf of Missouri soybean growers.
I'm very excited. We have an excellent team here, and we are ready to know those new concepts and explore the new ways to benefit our farmers.
Fung Lin is based at the Fisher Delta Research Center. Learn more at mosoy.org from Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Hey, it's Fitz, F-I-T with a Z from the Country Top 40 Countdown. Inviting you to join me as we count them down to find out if Warren Ziders is going to stay on top with Pretty Little Poison. Anything could happen. We'll see you this weekend for all the hits on the Country Top 40 with Fitz.
After a few days of rainy weather, we've got some sunshine in the forecast. We'll go over the forecast right after the top of the hour. We invite you to be here with us. Right now, a quick break, and we'll come back with news from the Missouri Net.
The Bank of Salem Shazam Bolts mobile app offers you a safe, easy, and fast way to manage your accounts, identifying potential fraud, finding surcharge-free ATMs, checking your balance, and providing alerts for purchases exceeding your designated amounts. Anytime, anywhere, even when the bank is closed, all from your mobile device. Shazam Bolts, a safer, easier, and faster mobile solution. Stop by the Bank of Salem for enrollment information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Message and data rates may apply.
St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Over the years, it has meant the Gas House Gang, Stan the Man, Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, the Wizard, Big Mac, Yachty, Waino, and Pujols. All those names, and they provided so many memories. St. Louis Cardinals baseball, most importantly, has meant championship baseball. We'll be describing every play right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Cardinal baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you were thirsty. You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/operations center and unlock your operation.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the 4-H group. They simply make everything better. John Deere celebrates the strength and resilience of the women that make farms run. They make all the difference.
With news on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. The U.S. Senate has until tonight to pass legislation to keep the federal government open for business. The bill passed by the U.S. House this week would fund the Departments of Transportation, Agriculture, Commerce, Interior, and Justice through the end of September. Missouri U.S. Senator Josh Hawley, who once called government shutdowns stupid, says he'll likely vote against keeping the government open.
And I can't imagine that I'll vote for it. It's got 6,000 earmarks in it. I mean, this is so full of pork that they had to print 250 pages of just earmarks. Just earmarks.
The Missouri House has approved a bill that looks to streamline the filing time for candidacy declarations. It now heads to the Missouri Senate. And the Missouri House has also passed a proposal that would let families with children who qualify for free or reduced price lunches voluntarily decide if they want to access preschool. You can find news online anytime at MissouriNet.com. This is MissouriNet.
7 million children